faster than the motorbike. I'm actually faster than the motorbike. Whoa! I nearly lost it there. Take one. Oh wow, that could have gone horribly, horribly wrong, Salman. Are you okay? Oh, I don't know what I would have done if you had got injured. Oh, can't be doing that again. Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to another video. And today you join me once again at Pet HQ, and we have quite a lot in store for you. You're going to be very pleasantly surprised shortly. But yeah, well, first and foremost, what a beautiful day, right? I just went out for a bike ride. The weather is amazing, and I hope it stays this way, because that means we can have a lot more supercar fun, especially open top supercar fun. In fact, the car that I'm going to be surprising you with today, however, doesn't quite have a convertible top. In fact, if it was in its convertible version, it would be a lot less valuable than if it was in a coupe, which is actually quite surprising, because sometimes people consider convertibles or roadsters to be more valuable, but this one isn't, and you'll see shortly why. Some of you have already probably guessed. Maybe we've even put it into the title, I don't even know at this point. But let's show you around this first. This is the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S, and for those of you that follow me and know me, you will know this happens every video, doesn't it? It must mean something. What does it mean, Salman?
Getting famous!
Come on! Anyway, this Porsche Cayenne Turbo S is a very special one to me, a very sentimental one to me, because it did most of my school runs. That's right, this is my mum's car. It's 15 years old, and at the time this was purchased, this was the fastest 4x4 in the world. That's right, 4.8 litre twin turbo that produced, I don't know how many horsepower, but it was really, really fast. And at the time, there wasn't many sports SUVs out there. I remember the BMW X5 when that came out, the 4.4 version, the 4.8 version, that had a big power plant under the bonnet, but it didn't handle very well. That's where Porsche came in and had the Cayenne Turbo S, and I remember the first few times that my father took me out in this and showed me the true performance of this car, the way it handled bends really, really impressed me. It's been my mother's car since then. It's done about 75,000 miles. I'm not going into salesman mode right now and trying to sell you my mum's car. This is actually not for sale. It is very sentimental. However, I wish this car had PPF on it when it was purchased. It was about £100,000 at the time. Because it's got so much sentimental value, and it's you know, it was such a very expensive car. If it was paint protected, I may not have had so much going on with the paint. I mean, from far it looks great, but as you can understand, 15 years old, after so many car washes, after being left parked outside on the driveway, so much of the environment has tackled with the paintwork, but it's still in pretty good condition. There's just a fair, like some few seals and stuff. I'm gonna get this into Onyx Automotive, get them to bring it back to life and replace any bits that need doing. This is a true modern day classic in terms of 4x4, especially sports SUV 4x4s. Inside it's just black. We had some great times, great moments in this. My mom absolutely loves this car. She would not want to sell it. She really, really enjoys it. She loves 4x4s, and she loves a powerful car, and the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S is the perfect package for it. I wonder what she'd want it to be replaced with, to be honest. I'm not sure, but we'll get round to that soon. But there she is, absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful, and has a very, very special place in my heart. It comes from maintenance washes every now and again at Pet, and we make sure that she's running all fine. But again, I wouldn't advise getting one of those now though, because the maintenance costs on these are huge. Like if anything goes wrong with them and they're out of warranty, which they are now, and all that sort of stuff, big bills. The G-Wagon, that's all tidied, washed up, ready to go out to a client. We have the SV Roadster. This was picked up from Onyx, made a video out there with DMO DJ, your boy, when we went out for a drive, and it hasn't been washed since then, so it will go for a platinum detail, quick little wash over, and we'll probably store it upstairs for a bit. Today's surprise comes courtesy of a very good friend of mine. He called me up and he said, Aleem, what is the car that you miss the most out of the ones that you have sold? And one that always pings up is a certain Mercedes Benz. Yep, you've already probably guessed it by now. It's the SLS. So, my friend said to me, why don't you take my SLS, enjoy it, spend some time with it, reconnect with it, share it with your audience. So, today I present to you, ta-da! The SLS is ours for a little while, and as you can see, it's a little dusty at the moment, so we're going to quickly put it into the wash bay, give it a rinse over, and get it out, take it for a drive, and show you around this beautiful metallic white SLS AMG with the beautiful red interior. You know I love a red interior. Let's start her up. Woo! What does it say there on the side? 6.3, huh? That's a big boy engine. So guys, there we have it. We've given the Mercedes Benz SLS a very quick bath before we take it out for a drive and get some cooler shots of it. I just can't get over how stunning this car is, but it has to be the doors. It has to be the doors that will make me want to buy this car again. Comment below if you think I should buy the Mercedes SLS again. I'm gonna take it out for a drive, see if it can convince me a little bit more. Let's go. Okay guys, so we are in the Mercedes Benz SLS and the startup, oh, nostalgic vibes again. 6.3 litre V8. Oh, let's go. Woohoo! Pulls like a dream. So let's talk about the cabin of the Mercedes Benz whilst we wait for the lights to turn green. First and foremost, we have a little bit of suede Alcantara on the steering wheel, bit of a sporty vibe going on. This one has the optional extra carbon fiber in the center, very nice. Lots of Alcantara in the roof. What I love about the SLS is, actually, I know like this can sometimes be a bit concerning for people that are claustrophobic, but I actually love the way that it kind of brings you into the cabin and like puts you into the body of the car. It's like a baby in a mother's womb, you know. Look at this. This glass, nice small piece of glass, little window, say hi. And as quick as you say hi, you say bye. Let's go. Wow. Nuts, absolutely nuts. Wow, 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 wow. They just don't make engines like that anymore. This is truly a modern day classic. Now, there is another variant of the SLS you can get, which is the SLS Roadster. I personally think it looks really, really cool as well. It's actually probably a lot more fun to drive because you've got the roof off on an SLS convertible with that exhaust note as well. An incredible sound, should I say. This car is about what, 8 years old, 8, 9 years old. It's still such a cool car. Look at the size of the bonnet. You know, I just love that. I wonder what other cars can give you that type of feeling. Maybe a Ferrari 812 Superfast, an Aston Martin. But even still, they don't have the bonnet being that long. I just personally, I just love it, especially in this white. It's huge. That is just pure AMG madness. right? I'm driving it right now in comfort mode, which is one of my favorite modes in this. Just good for the road, gets the suspension set up right, and the power delivery is just perfect. Just listen to that. It is the meanest V8 growl. It's a monster. It's like a European muscle car. That's what it is.
Lovely car, brother.
Thank you so much.
Lovely car, my friend.
Thank you.
What is it, AMG?
Yeah.
Fucking animal.
Yeah.
Animal, my brother.
6.3 as well. They don't make the engine.
Horsepower?
I would say around about 510, 520.
Go on, let's see one.
The car, wow, wow, wow. I have some great memories with my Mercedes Benz SLS. If you remember what my car looked like, it was very similar interior-wise to this. Exterior, however, was black. This one in white. I love it in white as well. Makes the car look a lot bigger. This one is a metallic white, so it's got a lot of pearl in it, a lot of character in it. But yes, this interior, very nostalgic settings because it's something very similar to what I had for quite some time. MB12 Papa Echo Tango Pet was a very special car to my heart. I remember purchasing that car with 8,000 miles on it for around 105 or 106,000 pounds from De Stefano's Motors, I think it was, in Essex or something. And that was back in 2014, I think. And the car was a 2012. Purchased the car for 105,000 pounds or so. I had 8,000 miles on it, and I did about 10,000 miles in it, and then I put it up onto the Platinum fleet, and thereafter it did many more thousands of miles. All I remember was that when we sold the car, it had around 50,000 miles on the clock, and I got 20,000 pounds more than what I paid for it with 8,000 miles on the clock. So that car, I don't know where it is right now, but I hope it's well, and I hope it's in a good home, because it was a fantastic spec, and I miss it very much. And I miss it so much so that my friend, my good friend, if you're watching this, big thank you for borrowing me the SLS. You might have caused some problems in the office, actually, because I think I'm probably going to start looking on the markets now and try finding myself an SLS because right now I'm having so much fun. This beautiful big bonnet in front of me. I mean, there's not many cars that have this type of characteristic. There's not many cars that give you the feeling of the SLS, and the sound when you, like, come on, they don't make engines like that anymore. 6.3 litre V8 with all that muscle, and you can really hear it in the acoustics from that exhaust. Right now it's in comfort mode. We're going to stick it into Sport Plus. Maybe we might get some extra pops and crackles out of it. We'll see. Oh, what a beautiful downshift. So it might seem that this cabin is quite claustrophobic, quite small, quite a difficult place to be. However, I love it. It's actually one of my favorite cockpits to be in. I'm quite tall and I still have some headroom. It's still more comfortable than a Lamborghini Huracan Spider. The only one thing that makes me feel like I'm in a dated supercar of some kind, or a dated car that's like 8 years old, is the infotainment system on this. That navigation, I just really just don't like it. I just turn it off altogether. Just keep that screen there. Maybe there is something that can replace that with a bit more of a modern setup, but I don't know. I'd rather it just all go all together. Stretches to over 7,000 RPM with some nice durable brakes. Really puts the weight onto the front of the car, gives you maximum control. Excited. Let's put the window down a little bit in case we don't pick up the sound. But even when you pull up to the lights, everybody knows it's a special car. Whoa, nearly slipped down a little bit. You know it's a special car just from the shape of it. It's a timeless shape. The 300 SL Gull-Wing is now a 1.3 million pound car, found in a good example. And this is the most recent presentation from Mercedes Benz of a Gull-Wing door configuration on a model. And I don't think they're going to be doing one for a while. If you can find an SLS now that's got low miles, it's in good condition, that has a good specification, I suggest if it's priced well as well, you snap it up, because I think this is definitely a car that will only become more graceful as it ages. Okay guys, so as promised, we are going to have a little walk around the car. I thought I'd keep the doors down because we've seen enough of the car with the doors up. Where do I start with this? Why is this one of the most beautiful looking cars of the modern day era? Why is this a modern day classic? Well, there's a few pointers that I want to note out. Some that are lying beneath all this metal. The engine, very, very special with that V8 burble and power that it delivers, revving straight up to 7,500 RPM. It keeps pulling, and that's what I love about this car. It's got a lot of muscle underneath it. There's a lot of other factors I love about the car. First and foremost, I love it in this mineral white, this metallic white. I had a black one. The black one, you can get a different vibe out of. The white one, actually, especially on this beautiful summer's day, really looks exotic, and I love it. There's not actually much going on with the SLS like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all that sort of stuff with lots of different vents. The SLS is very streamlined, very simplest, but beautiful and elegant at the same time. Lots of big, nice panels, lots of beautiful creases that run all the way across the line. I love these kind of subtle but very important creases, because if it wasn't for these creases, this car actually would not have that 300 SL type of vibe, you know. Obviously not going to deter away from the fact that this car is super popular mainly because of its famous gull-wing doors. These are iconic to Mercedes Benz. The 300 SLs, as I mentioned in the drive, are now pushing around 1.4 million. So they are very, very expensive. Is this a future appreciating classic? I think so. I mean, I told you the deal that I had on my SLS, and why I sold it is because I got offered a price for it that I couldn't refuse. I literally couldn't refuse after putting so many thousands of miles onto it and still getting more money than what you paid for. That was a deal. But this, if you can find a nice example of one, I think you'll do really well with it over the years. Coming towards the back of the car, this quarter, this is actually one of my favorite angles of the car as well. I just love it with the doors down, especially with the spoiler down. Very streamlined, very, very elegant, and it's just, I don't know, I can't express it, but it's like, it's cute and beautiful at the same time. Do you know where I'm coming from? With the lines that it has in the car, with the way that the car looks, you wouldn't think it's as aggressive as it is, but it is. And you've got these big, beautiful tailpipes at the back that are real. You've got all that noise, all that muscle. Now, this is why I also think the convertible version is a pretty snazzy buy. You can pick one up for about £100,000, which is not bad considering that you get a fantastic engine, great sound, and you might not get the gull-wing doors, but when you take the roof off on a beautiful day like this and you got that body shape and you got the exhaust just making noise from there and your ears are just here, that's just priceless. That's just brilliant. Great brakes. So it would be rude of me to not show you the engine, right? So let's get this bonnet up, and wow. As soon as you lift it up, you see this huge power plant, hand built in Mercedes Benz AMG factory. This one is actually built by, I can't even see what his surname looks like. It says Pepsi. Handcrafted, but these are hand built engines. Very, very special, huge air filter boxes. I can only imagine how much air this has to draw in to keep that engine nice and cool and performing at its best. Oh, that is a huge power plant, and it really, really produces a beautiful power line. Wow, massive. It's not the best performance car. It's not something that you want to take out on track and just be like, yeah, let's get the best lap time out of it. That's not what it's for. This is a beautiful, elegant, sexy GT car, and it's been an absolute pleasure today to share this with you guys on my channel. You guys know I loved my SLS dearly, and after driving this today and sharing it with you guys, am I gonna buy one? I'm not sure. Comment below, let me know if you think I should re-add a Mercedes SLS AMG to the collection. If you're out there with a Mercedes SLS, let me know. I would love to buy your car as long as it's in good condition, it's done fairly low miles, and it's in a good specification. Something similar to this, I don't mind. But anyway, I've just done this to myself, haven't I? No, okay. Anyway guys, we're gonna leave it there for today. Make sure you subscribe, share, and like. If you enjoyed today's video, bash that thumbs up button, it really helps me. And there she is, one of the most beautiful cars I've ever driven, and still one of my top 5 favorites. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff, and I'll see you soon for more content. Take it easy guys, God bless, bye bye.